What's up, y'all? What is going on in here? Welcome to Sitting on the Throne with your boy Carlos, the Line Dance Prince. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Get that out the way. Hope you had a great Monday. Line Dance Mondays was exciting. Great turnout for a rainy day. I hate when it rain on Mondays, boy. Whew. People hate coming outside when it rain, but we did pretty good. I had about 80 people show up in the rain, which is very impressive. Um, we got going on. What's up, y'all? Share the post, share the link, get people in here. It is 12 noon. We are sitting on the throne with your boy Carlos, the Line Dance Prince. We got a couple of questions people want to answer pertaining to line dance, and we're going to talk about that today. Um, let's see if we can get this added. I'm gonna add a scene. Hmm. See what we got. Oh, I guess I'm late on that. Just gonna leave that one alone. All right. So we got. Let's get through what we need to get through real quick. Of course, you guys know about the ball, right? Do I have the design up there yet? Logo, background. We got some overlays. That's what we got. Well, the cruise is sold out. Um, 3,000 people. I'm very excited about that. That is an accomplishment in itself. Um, Beginners Ball registration will open July 1st. We got the ball doing the Disney theme. I'm excited about that. Reaching out to a few companies so we can pull up to the ball in style. Look at that. Bam. Pulling up with the horse-drawn carriage. Hey, look, y'all, if y'all, July 1st, remember, registration opens July 1st for the beginners ball. Y'all do not want to miss this. It will be crazy. I'm bringing super creative. We're going to bring out everything, bringing it all out. Also, we got May 21st. We're going to be in 17th Street Marketplace. That will be free to the community. Make sure you are in the place to be. That is May 21st. That's a Wednesday. Every third Wednesday throughout the summer and fall, we will be down there at 17th Street Marketplace from 6:30 to 8:30, absolutely free. We've been reaching out to all the restaurants and bars in the area. They're gonna be trying to run specials, drink specials, happy hour stuff. So come on down, bring the family and friends out. It will be free on the 21st, which is not next Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. That'll be every third Wednesday. So if you thinking about coming in from out of town, uh, just check the weather that day before you make that trip. Because we are outside at 17th Street Marketplace. Beautiful scenery, beautiful setup, but just check the weather on that. What else we got? Mm-mm-mm. Okay, I do got that post. Let's post that. Mm. Get y'all up to date. There you go. Bam. So here's the flyer for that information right here. Um, Line dancing. Third Wednesday is awesome. The 17th Street Marketplace, May 21st, 2025, with Carlos the Line Dance Prince. It'll be from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Free. Your favorite price. Make sure you pull up on your boy. Um, and then next month we got June. We're bringing in our guest instructor. It's gonna be a good one right here, y'all. Y'all ready for this? Bam! June 30th, our guest instructor for Line Dance Mondays is Stefan Cave, Mr. AKA Major Swag from Greensboro, North Carolina, representing TCH, the Tri City Hustlers. He'll be in town June 30th for our uh, Line Dance Mondays. That should be tons of fun. Um, and then also September 13th, it's a Saturday, the last day of National Line Dance Week. I want you guys to mark your calendars for that. Can't tell you quite yet what's going on, but the Richmond folks, area folks, if you in the, hey, listen, I'm about to do something big for the city, baby, when it comes to line dancing. September 13th, mark your calendars, and you ain't got to get no money ready because it's going to be free. September 13th. Mark your calendars. We going to get it in. Tons of fun. Uh, Doing something big. All right. Let's get into and read these comments. What's up, y'all? What's up, Christine? What's up, Brandon? What's up, Tammy? What's up, Deborah? What's up, Vicky? Uh, I see we got that TCH coming through. Coming through. Bang! Y'all see, I'm gonna let y'all see it one more time. June 30th, market calendars, Line Dance Mondays, pull up on me. It's gonna be a movie in that joint. Um, all right. Today's we got two conversations. Um, Today we're talking about question from Danny Fife. She said, for new line dance choreographers, how to promote your new line dance, how to handle rejection of your dance if no one likes it, how to handle critique of your line dance, and do you change it or keep it the same based on that critique? And then our second conversation for today will be relationships and line dance. All right. So those are the two topics. We'll get into the first one right quick. Oh, before we do that, also, y'all, yeah, make sure y'all tune in to soullinedanceradio.com. Soullinedanceradio.com. I added more music to it yesterday. Also, we got different segments throughout the week, so you check it out. Check out the calendar on that. I will be posting updated calendars shortly, but we got like DJ mixes on there. We got I think 10 o'clock Monday through Friday. We got like a club mixes, like all the club line dance music, and then throughout the day it's playing all the music randomly, and then we got some stuff going on, like different segments. So like check it out. I will be keeping y'all updated. But if you riding in the car on a road trip headed to a line dancing event, tune in to soullinedanceradio.com. Also, we have the app. I posted the app last week on my page. If you have an Android phone, we have the app for Soul Line Dance Radio, and the iPhone app will be dropping very shortly. So we'll be straight for both platforms. This is very exciting. I think it's gonna be monumental once we get it to where we want to get it to. Hey man, let's talk, Lala. Let's talk. Also, the cruise is sold out, but we do have the pre-party in Miami. This is the day before the cruise. This is August 17th, which is a Sunday. Come on down to Miami on Saturday. We're gonna have the biggest line dance party ever. You're already gonna have 3,000 cruise people there that's on the cruise, plus it's open to the public. So if you don't have a ticket on the cruise, that's cool. You can be a part of the send-off party, and it's gonna be epic. We got people performing music to the dances that we do to the songs. You know, Sunshine Anderson and Melissa Morgan and Moochie. It's gonna be a situation. Just pull up on us in Miami. The pre-party tickets are only $30 right now. You can't beat that. Ain't no day party gonna be like this for $30. And in Miami, it's not happening nowhere. Make sure you tune in, be a part of that, join that. All right, I think that's all I got to talk about. Yes. All right. The first question is Danny's question. For new line dance choreographers, how do you promote your new line dance? So that's the first part of her question. How do you promote your new line dance? Well, it's easy to start promotion of a dance. What's up, Reed? I gotta get with you too, man. I saw your post about wanting to do the sound for the beginners ball next year. I gotta get with you on that. If you're attached to a line dance class, that should be your first step in promoting your new line dance. If you're the instructor, of course, you can teach it. It's easy. In this case, Danny Fife is not an instructor. So you either have to reach out to your instructor if you're a part of a class. From what I know, you're not really consistent in a line dance class. So your second alternative, your choice might be to just put the video out there. Record it in your house, like everybody else do. Record it in your living room or in your kitchen, whatever. Do the dance, and put it out there. Now, if you don't have a YouTube following, you might have to like tag your YouTube video to Facebook. If you don't have YouTube and you're only on Facebook, you can post it to your Facebook and see what happens with that. But that comes back to what I always preach to y'all. Everybody wants support, but you don't got no network. You ain't been nowhere. Don't nobody know you. You ain't meet the person. You ain't been in the right spaces for somebody else to see your stuff, for them to promote it. Like a lot of people that are not seen, air quotes, their dances make it because the people that they do are connected with, they present that dance, and then everybody else sees it. But if you're not tapped in, it's gonna be hard. A lot of people call it luck. Some people just, um, all of these factors don't really matter a lot of times if you just got a hot dance. If it's hot, even haters do it. Like, yo, Joan, I can't even deny it. Thank you. Right? Um, let's see what's going on. You get a hot dance. This is a hot dance. Can't deny it. Hold on one second. Let me see got my Wi-Fi on my phone. Okay. So my phone just went crazy. Mm, mm, mm. So now I'm back on the laptop. Everybody's saying we can't hear you. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right. But yeah, so yeah, if you're not tapped into a class, it's going to be tough for you to get that dance out like locally. But nationally, social media is the biggest thing now. Even the TikTokers and the Instagram people, um, everybody using social media to get their dances out. But if you don't have a big presence on it, it's gonna be kind of hard. Like I said, at some point you're gonna have to be tapped in and connected with somebody that's you know got a little influence. So when I be telling y'all to make relationships and travel and see people and you know pop up the class, they say bring your ass to class. That has an influence on that. So promotion of a dance can go all kind of ways. Um, and then the second part of the question was how to handle rejection of your dance. When you first get started, a lot of times rejection is going to come from different people for different reasons. Sometimes it's, one of them things where, why is she making the dance? Or why he making the dance? Or it might just be a trash dance. Like maybe the music is not going good with the dance. Maybe it was rushed. If it's your first or second dance, like you might just not be good at putting it together. That could be a thing. What's up, Nzinga? And I think it is based on how people deliver it to you. Somebody could tell you like, you know, but if they just be nasty and be like, no, that's that's a terrible dance. Like, cause I got friends like that. Moochie send me stuff all the time, and some of the stuff I'd be like, nah, bro, that ain't real. And I tell them, don't let what I feel about it impact how you push it, because it's some stuff regional. Like you push something somewhere in some parts of the country, and they go crazy, right, and love it. In some parts of the country, they might be like, no, that ain't it. So I just people when somebody asks me for my opinion on a dance, I'm gonna give you my opinion, but don't let that deter you from putting it out there. Because everything ain't for everybody. Some of the biggest dances out there, a lot of y'all don't like it, but they're hits, right? And they're making people, putting people in positions to have opportunities that they would never have. And these dances y'all might not like. And so I feel like it's a personal preference. Like it depends on how that criticism comes. But a lot of times, if you looking at it and you watching it and you loving it, put it out there. Like just put it out there. Well, yeah, that's exactly right there. That's what I'm talking about. You just put it out there, man. Sometimes you just gotta do that. And then I feel like if you put it out there and more people telling you that no, this ain't it, and then it might not be that. You know what I'm saying? But you'd be surprised. A lot of dancers that I look at, I be like, nah. People in the comments be like, oh, I love that. I'm teaching that tomorrow. I'm gonna teach that tomorrow. And they be teaching it. They be showing the video of them teaching it. So it is what it is. Even with a girl in my class, Dee Dee, she got a new job, so she really don't come to class no more. But she came out with a dance, and she said, "How we didn't do that dance in my class." Uh, Months later, she created another dance, which I know is Juice. And I was like, all right now, Dee Dee, this joint, all right now, I can rock with this joint. And I taught it in my class. I let her teach it in my class, and I've also taught it when traveling. I've taught it in Jersey. I've taught it in Maryland. I've taught it in Ohio. Some dances like that. It is what it is. But like, I feel like at the end of the day, is your dance. That's like artwork. You're an artist. You draw your painting, and some people look at it like, man, what is that? Some of the greatest paintings like that are like that. Y'all look at them Picasso's and whoever, y'all be like, bro, he just took some paint and slapped it down on the thing, and now it's the greatest ever. But that's how some line dancers are. Um, so, all right, and the next part of her question was, do you change it or keep it the same? So somebody give you criticism of the dance or try to critique it, and they like, and I feel some kind of way about that too, because at some point now this thing is a collaboration. Like if you giving me insight on where to change it and mix something up, now I gotta add your name to it at this point. Cause it ain't all of my dance no more. You said, well, at the last part, you ever think about taking this and turning it into a sailor or putting a Lindy right here on it? Now it's the collaboration. It's no longer my dance. It's no longer my Earl. But this is the part that I think a lot of people are missing with new choreographers. Let it be. Because nothing's greater. Hold on, before I get into that. All the choreographers that I see in here now watching it, I want y'all to think about all your dances. And it's a special feeling though to watch the growth, to see your first dance, your second dance, your third dance, your fourth dance, your fifth dance, like to see your growth. you go through different stages. Some of your dances start looking the same. You're like, oh yeah, I was in the phase right there. And then you say, okay, I started learning some more terminology. I started adding some stuff here. Okay, my creativity came out right here on this one. Like, it's good to see that. It's like watching somebody's career in the NBA from season one. Season one not gonna be like season five, season six. Like, you start learning the game, you start getting better, you start traveling, you start moving around differently and learning, and it's great to see that. So us that's been in the game for a minute, for you to want somebody's first dance to be like your eighth dance is crazy. Like, let them go through that same process that we went through, right? I think that is it's a natural thing, like, to just grow in whatever you're doing. And from the outside looking in, it's fun to watch that person go through that. Like, okay, I remember when you made your first dance, girl. Yeah, it was rough. Hey, but we here now. It's just how it goes. You know. Yeah, just a consult. Yeah, yeah, that's it. It's kind of just a, he's saying it's not, it's not a collab. It's more like, just a little help. Um, but I don't know, cause I've heard some brutal stuff, man. I've heard some brutal stuff. So before the pandemic, I had my class. Y'all know I split my class up into 5 groups and made them create a dance. They had to do their homework, make sure there was no dance to that song they selected already, and then they had to come up with their own dance, and they had to teach their dance. And people was ruthless, bro. When they people people were ruthless. What's up, Shayla? And you know, this is why I'm anti-group, because once you start seeing the groups, I had the 5 groups. They're like, I dance better than y'all dance stupid. Why'd y'all pick that song? Da, da, da. Like, the stuff that I was hearing was crazy. Like, it got divisive real quick. And, the competitive juices was flowing at an insane level. And it was a lot. Um, but if it's coming from a good place, criticism of a dance is okay. But like I said, accept people's growth. Let it grow naturally. What's up, Janae? Because I look at my first dance, I don't know, because I feel like my first dance is all right, though. I feel like my first dance is better than maybe my second, third, and fourth dances. And then I had like a little dead part, and then I finally got some nationally recognized dances. But like I said, it's a growth period. So for all you instructors in here, somebody come to you and say, I got a line dance I made, kind of let it be what it be. Because it's okay for those people to grow. You know, you can be honest, but you ain't got to be ugly, right? And Zinga, thanks. Yeah, walkthrough was all right though. Walkthrough, I feel like walkthrough was, LDP walkthrough was. I ain't trying to toot my own horn, but I feel like it was a bop. The track, the music, circle dance, But I feel like after that, there was a couple dances I was like, I had some dances I took down off YouTube. Like, I got more dances than y'all think I got. Some of them I was just like, no, this ain't it. When you say no, this ain't it, then everybody can agree with it. Like, okay, yeah, all right. I personally was like, no, this ain't it, bro. Took that shit down. And I took them joints down. Like, nah, I don't know what I was thinking about, what I was doing. And it's okay. Um, Sometimes you might watch it or do it too many times. Like, you ever watch your stuff too many times? It's like if you ever were in trouble in school and you get to write sentences over and over again. I would not talk in class. I would not. By the time you wrote it 200 times, it feel like the word talk is spelled wrong. You ever look at a word so many times that it feel like you ain't even spelling it right no more? Like do you spell class like this? Is class spelled CLASS? Like you sometimes you can look at something so long that you don't even like it no more. And I feel like that's what we do to ourselves. We look at stuff, we critique ourselves so strongly. Um, Sometimes you gotta step away from it. Like make a dance, look at it, and close your laptop. Like just take a trip, go to the grocery store, go to the mall, go play basketball, go land, and then come back and revisit it later. Because sometimes you can. Have you taught all of your dances in class? No. I mean, I have like over the years, but y'all know me. Y'all gotta force me to teach my own stuff. I don't teach. Last night I taught one of my dances. I taught what did I teach last night? Did I even teach it? Oh yeah, I taught what the hell I teach? Trust issues. Yes. Yeah. So like meet me in Miami, stuff like that. I don't teach that stuff. More people are doing it in other cities and states than here because I don't teach it locally, and I want to get into that. But I just feel like there's so many other great line dances and stuff that need to be taught. Um, that quite frankly are better than mine. So I teach those. Yeah, Alexa, we had that same talk on Only in Line Dance podcast, me, Quan, and Stefan. And we were all three agreeing that we don't teach our own stuff. Like we just keep moving. There's so many great dances to teach. But yeah, I'm gonna start probably once a month teaching one of my dances, something like that. But I got a new one that kind of like goes to what we just said. Like I looked at it so many times. I was like, when I first made it, I was like, oh yeah, I like this joint. And then I like looked at it so many times and did it. I was like, so we'll see. Cause I ain't put a dance out in years. I put myself on line dance timeout. Um, all be basically because of trust issues was my last dance, but I was just feeling that track. But the meet me in Miami was what really put me in line dance timeout. Um, Talking about making the line dance for the wrong reasons. Um, I wish a lot of choreos would bring back their vintage dances. Well, I told you on May 1st, we won't after May 1st this year we won't go teach no new dances. We're doing all classics. But it's 1,000 line dances, 4,000 line dances out here, and the ones that we need to know, we don't know. So we digging back in the crates. Even the stuff that I don't know, I gotta learn it to teach it, right? So I gotta learn the stuff that I don't know, so I can bring it to class and teach it. So the instructors gotta start getting out our comfort zones in order for us to get this stuff out. Because people follow us. You got classes this big. What you show them is what they know, right? Um, this is why I bring in these out of town instructors because I might not be the guy to do it. But guess what? I'll bring in the choreographers so you can get what you need, right? And so that's what it's all about. I gotta bring in Zinga in too. I gotta get Zinga in. I gotta get Brandon in officially. Brandon be popping up in class, but I need to like bring you in like to officially come in and do a dance or two, because you got some classics too. But um, we all got the resources. We all got the people about these dances. We can get it done. But yeah, so let me see if we answer all her questions. So she said, for a new choreographer, how do we promote the new line dance? How do we handle rejection of our dance? If nobody likes it, how do we handle critique of our dance? And do you change it or keep it the same? yes, I think we addressed all those questions. Overall answer: if you love the music, you love your dance, keep it. You will grow. Your dances will get better as you get better. The more terminology, the more steps you learn, the more you're able to tap into your creative juices. Because when you first start making line dances, for a lot of people, not for all, because we do have some creative geniuses, but for a lot of people, you see their first line dances basically consist of the 4 or 5 steps that they know. They put a sailor step here, they put a Lindy on it, they do a rock and recover, and they rock it out a couple times, swing their hips, and they say end of dance. But eventually there will come a point where it's going to be a part, at least one part or 2 parts in your dance where people got like, hold on, do that part again. And that's when you know you on to something. Like, oh, okay, I see what you did there. Oh, all right, I like that little part, right? And that's when you start, you know. Oh, Rhonda said, tell Brandon to bring back Miranda rights. All right. AB, you know, you be popping in, man. Like I said, I need to get on that stage one time for the one time. Brandon taught, what, 2 months ago, Brandon came in there and did Freaks on the Floor. Let's see. It said, or the tribute remix. Everybody naming their favorite Brandon dances. Oh, a fan of a fan. Actually, I probably could teach that now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to toot my own horn, you know what I mean? I probably could teach fan of a fan myself now. You know, it might not need you for that one, bro. But yeah, I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna be wait to TCH this year. It's gonna be 10 dances that y'all ain't never see me on the floor for. Like, why Carlos get in the front? Why is he in the front? What's going on? Anyways, the next question we have. So that was the first question. Relationships in line dance. This is talking. We're not talking about you, my friend in Chicago, and I support your line dances, and he a bro to me. He assists to me. She assists to me. No, I'm talking about I like you, like you. That's the topic somebody sent me. The question was, how do you go about relationships in line dancing? Are they realistic? And do they last? Relationships in line dancing. Oh, Brandon, you want to tune in? You want to bring you on, Brandon? No, I don't know. When I first got into line dance, I got into line dance for that reason. I actually was at work one day back in my corporate days, and I was like, "Yo, where are the ladies that got real jobs and benefits and value the things that I value in life and got their shit together, you know?" And some lady I worked with, her name was Lachey. I think she moved to Atlanta now, but she was like, it's a line dance thing on Tuesday nights, and that's kind of how I got into line dance. I really came to look for like my woman, not knowing I was gonna fall in love with the dancing side of it, right? And so, you know, locally, it's tough because if you're really in there to line dance, it's gonna be tough for you because the stuff that goes along with it. I feel like if the person that you want or is interested in is there to line dance too, then there's probably a better chance of it working. But usually it's not like that. Usually it's somebody, if you look at the couples in line dancing, one of y'all is really dancing for real, and the other one is just in there kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of times they turn into a line dancer, but they didn't start as a line dancer. Like even with we talk about couples like 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, you look at Shantae and Gerard, and Gerard was really just supporting his wife, and then now look at him, like he's actually line dancing. Or you look at uh, Lisa Cinnamon and Yatis. Latifah, well, she was kind of just, chill, laid back. Now she a whole choreographer, instructor, got nominated dancers and all that. Like it's a maturation. But I can imagine the beginning of that relationship in the line dance world, that it'd be a little difficult because one of y'all is there to actually line dance for real, and the other one is looking at it from the outside in, dealing with all of other demons and stuff. For me, I didn't come into this for line dancing, so it's different. And so I still feel like I have that worldly eye. That makes sense? A worldly eye. So, and I'm kind of still in that place. Like I feel like I'm more of an admin in line dancing, right? I feel like I'm more on the administrative side of line dancing, more than I actually am line dancing, right? Stephanie said, I said no, it's like working together. Makes my yeah, and like I say, I've had Sakina. Y'all know Sakina, right? You know, she was new to line dancing, and it's a lot. Like I had to prep her for UC. I said, look, when we get to UC, I say, I know you don't know what UC Star Wars is, but and you look at me, because you know how people, how you look at your significant other, they just that person. They just who they is. Like you don't look at them like that. Like I said, look, I don't know how you look at me, but I'm kind of a big deal. Like when we get to UC, I'm. She was like, "Oh no, it's okay." Da, da, da. Ladies and gentlemen, we didn't even get into the building. We didn't even get into the hotel. As soon as we pulled up, I pulled up in the truck in front of the hotel. People reaching in the window, giving me hugs and stuff through the truck with this. And she like, so it's tough, man. When the singer said, I'm still single, just throwing it out there to my future line dance king, whoever you are. Yeah, and that's the whole issue too. I've seen that locally. Where if it don't work out, now which one of y'all not coming to class? Right? And now somebody gotta lose the class that they was going to for so long. I seen one of my OGs, man, had to stop coming to class, man, because it got uncomfortable. He used to drive 25, 30 minutes to class, and as soon as their relationship fell out, it got uncomfortable to a point where he had to stop coming to class. And now you losing that love that you had. Now you can't even come to that's a lot. And this was, 5, 6 years ago when we didn't have all these classes we got now. Now if you falling out, it's a class on every corner now. So you can just go to somebody else's class. But it's a lot, man. Like you got to be very comfortable in your sexuality. You got to be not your sexuality, but very comfortable in your self-esteem has to be high. Um, Alexa said, "Now I'm gonna make them stop coming. Ain't going nowhere." Yeah, She said, motherfucker just gonna have to see me because I'm going line dance. Fuck that. And it's like, yeah. What's the word I was looking for? And it's a lot, man. Like, and for me, like that's kind of a part of my class. Like dating women has always been tough for me because a part of my class is for me, like I think I take pride in knowing people's names. Like I have a huge class and I know most of the people's names. After you start coming to my class for a minute, I will learn your name. And me being personal, how I want to word this. It's a part of what I do, right? There's women in my class that think they have a chance with me who probably don't have a shot in the world. And but I do, I compliment hair, I compliment outfits, I compliment maybe skin glowing today, I compliment the teeth, I compliment, you got your line dance Monday shirts on. I might hug you a little bit longer so you can get this whiff of that cologne I spent just all this money on, this kind of, but they 200 people in my class. And that is a part of what I do. And now if you're with a relationship with me and you see these things, it could be a lot. It could be a lot for you. Why are you hugging her like that? Why are you doing that? Why you do this? Why are you you might get a woman might get a compliment or a hug that they didn't even get from their man that day. That's a real conversation. That is a real thing. I'm not setting them up for failure because I'm not lying to you. I'm not creating any illusions. You are, right? And oh yeah, partner dancing, Walter, you never lied. I was this close to becoming a salsa instructor years ago, back when I was married. And because I valued my marriage at that time so much, I did not do it. And they was offering good money too. And I was like, oh my God. And I love salsa dancing. And I was this close. But when I went to go check it out and hang and I was looking how these women was dancing with us and it was the, the stuff that was going on, I was like, oh no, I can't. It's different when you face to face, chest to chest, breast to breast, like moving and no. You gotta know. So there's limits. See, with line dancing, I'm on stage, I'm in front of you, I'm not with nobody, I'm not touching people, I'm not. It's easier for me to stay focused. Like I'm not setting myself up for that. Cause it's different if I'm teaching salsa dancing and I'm in there, hand on your waist, moving you around, and then my girlfriend walk in, and then it's like, oh, hey baby, I'm just teaching. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, that's mm-mm. You know how the dance and the correlation, the sex and all that go hand in hand. No, I'm not doing that. So with line dancing, it's a lot easier to not cross that line, right? But I feel like it's easier for a man dating a female instructor than it is for a woman to date a male instructor. If you agree with that, let me know right now. It is easier for a man to date a female instructor, not a male instructor, a male in class to date a female instructor than it is for a female in class to date a male instructor. Let me know if y'all agree with me on that. I need to know y'all point of view on that. Shayla, preach Shayla, preach Shayla. Me being personal with people in the class makes them want to come back to the class because they feel important, because you know their name, you make the class fun, because I know I'm down laughing at your goofy ass. That's it. That's all I'm doing. But some people be like, look, all right now, he ain't that funny. All right now. Valerie agrees. Walter agrees. Shayla agrees. Yeah, because think about it. Listen, Janae agrees. Listen, if I'm a dude dating a female instructor, and let's take my class for instance, because I got a big size class, right? Even with the size of my class, bro, on any given Monday, it's only 3 or 4 guys in here. You know what I'm saying? And 2 of them might not even like women, right? So it's a lot easier for me to just focus on class and have a good time. Versus when I'm teaching, right? If you look at my class in reverse, I'm teaching. If we got 200 people in there, 195 of them is women. So it's a way different dynamic. So now if I'm the student looking at you as a woman teaching, I'm like, shoot, there ain't nobody in here. You know what I'm saying? You can even walk around the class and teach and help people out. There's only 2 other guys in here. When I walk around and to help people in my class, I'm having a moment with 100 and something people. It's a lot different. So like the women's securities is being tested more than a man's would be, right? Like I'm coming in, I'm like, shit, man, he's in line down class chilling, man, having a good old time. She in the back, like, look, I saw her, I seen that, I did this, I did that. It's way more expectation because it's way more, it's elevated, it's heightened. And now that adds to a level of expertise that I got to bring to teach. Not only do I have to understand who don't know the dances, who ain't catching on, who need extra help, who lied, I gotta do it again because they ain't catching the first time. What songs or dances that I need to use to challenge these people. I also have to think about what I can say or cannot say to make my girlfriend mad as fuck. Right? That's a different element in itself. Now, dating and line dancing, if you both are students, just go there and dance. Ladies, if there's only 2 guys in that class, if there's only 1 guy in that class, if he can't figure that dance out, let the teacher help him figure that out. Don't go over there trying to be the assistant instructor. Because he's gonna say, of all the people in here, you got to help teach the dance today. You want to help Jeffrey over here. Jeffrey, Tyrell, Kendrick, whatever his name is. You decide you want to help him today. Just learn to dance yourself and stay in your spot. Same thing with men. If y'all both students in the class, women different. If she look, women check certain women. All women ain't equal. And y'all know what I'm saying. I ain't got to say it without saying it. All women ain't equal. Some women in there, Miss Teresa or Miss Maggie, you can help her do a line dance. You can help her with the steps. She not gonna say nothing to you. But Riri, you better not help out Riri. If Riri jacking that dance up, let Riri jack that dance up. Don't touch Riri. Don't assist Riri. You know what Riri look like, and you shouldn't be over there. Don't do it to us. Listen, y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't gotta say it, but without saying it. There are certain people in that class, your woman will be very comfortable with you helping. But then there's certain people in there that you cannot. And y'all know I ain't lying. Walter, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not lying to y'all. No, sir. Your girlfriend ain't even got to be in class to see it. She done saw it on somebody else live. Oh, I saw you. I saw you over there damn beside Riri. Mm-hmm. Helping out Riri. I seen it. Yeah. How you be saying, how she seen it? That's why I be telling her I don't know how to go live. See what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. And so it's very tricky dating and line dancing, man. Now the traveling scene is different. Now, so we just talking about local. It's a whole different monster when we're talking about dating when you start traveling. Right? And it can start off friendly. That's kind of, when I first started dating T, that's kind of how it was. Like it starts off, what event you going to? Okay, well shit, I'm gonna be there too then. You know, and it's cool. I think it's easier that way because when you don't see somebody all the time, when you do get around them, you're probably gonna be more intentional about the time that you spend together and how it looks. Sometimes it's not. It don't look like nothing. Sometimes when you first start messing with somebody, when you're traveling, y'all don't want nobody else to know. So when y'all get there, y'all be acting like everybody else. Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, and then be messaging them like, yeah. So what you doing after this? Like, right? And I think there's more of that going on than there are real relationships in line dancing. There are more behind the scenes stuff going on in the traveling scene. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna say I know there's more of that going on than there are real relationships in line dancing when it comes to the traveling scene. It looks like a bunch of people, when y'all watch them videos and them events, it looks like a bunch of people just line dancing, having a great time. People are fucking. All right. People are going out to eat. Drinks are being had. And, it's the reality. When you put women and men in a space together, like I said, dancing is an expression, sexual expression to a certain degree. And so the love boat is coming soon. Yeah, and what? The cruise? Listen, Walter, I got all kind of stories about people looking for their husbands on the cruise ship. Have you seen my husband, Carlos? Don't come on that ship arguing. But I think it's more in Zinga, I ain't lying. I ain't lying. I don't lie to y'all. I ain't lied yet. In Zinga, know I'm telling y'all the truth. And it's that's usually the reason why people be talking about, I'm just here to line dance. Usually those people, those are the ones that's not having these relationships. They probably want to be. They probably want to be getting pinned up to the bedpost somewhere, but they not. And so they just get mad and scream, I just want to line dance. But I seen it. Them same people that say, I just want to line dance. The moment a man wink at you one time, line dancing ain't that important no more. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Don't make me say y'all names out. But no, it's, you know, man to mess you up. You don't forgot your theme outfit. You left all that at home. you just wanted to make sure you was there. And that is a real aspect of the traveling relationship. It's not really exactly, Janae. Why you think trail riding got so popular? It's because of the imagery. They want to ride that horse, and they ain't talking about the real horses, right? Don't do me like that, Nikki. Do not do me like that. A nigga is sexy. Yeah, and correct. Discretion, discernment. Now, if some people got, certain stigmas attached to them, and for some reason people are attracted to that stigma. They want to see if it's real or not. They want to be next. And then you got some people that's like, nah, I do enjoy line dancing and I am interested in guys, but if it's gonna mess up my line dance side of it, it's not worth it to me. And that's that discernment that Alexa is talking about. Some people just, if it happens, it happens. I'm cool with it. I'm looking for a little fun on the side. But they are smart about who they deal with, how they move, and not messing up the actual enjoyment they do have with line dancing. And two things can be true. Like you can love line dancing and be interested in finding like Nzinga said she's single, looking for somebody. So if the opportunity happens, she's not going to like shoot it down. But at the same time, she really does love to line dance. So um and I think I guess the beginning stages is safe to keep it quiet because you never know where it's going to end. So no point in promoting something and then they don't go nowhere. And now when we travel to these locations, it's awkward for us, right? Um, um, Plenty of people have showed me interest or I showed them interest over the years, but we never really made it public. So now when we see each other, when we travel, whatever, there is no weird feeling because nobody else knew about it but us, right? But when you put it out there with the people that y'all know I've been with, those are the moments that's uncomfortable. I'll be in the room like, Lord. Or people even come to you and ask you, how you feel her being here? Like, come on, why is you bringing that up? I was trying to avoid the conversation. Somebody actually bringing up the fact that your ex is here, like, is a lot, right? Um, but yeah, ladies, if you, I will say that women have more power than they think. If you go to a line dancing event and you are interested in the guy, um, put your bid in. You ain't got to beg, but you can actually show your interest and let them know. And you'll be surprised. You would definitely be surprised that you would probably get a lot further than you think you would. Or even like going out to eat. Well, what you doing after the workshop? Going out to eat, blah blah blah. You might even get that. Just kind of like getting some type of. You'll be surprised. Whoever you think you like or whatever the situation is, to actually reach out. There's a lot of stories out there. People just, hey, I've been checking you out, seeing you on the dance floor, or even if it's your first time seeing them there, like, where you been at? Where you been hiding at? You got to come to more events, to have that conversation and initiate. Because a lot of times it's very over. Me talking to the guys, it's very overstimulating. It's very intimidating. Like when you walk into an event and there are 400 or 500 women, it's a lot. And so a lot of times you won't say nothing to nobody because everybody's looking at you. So the moment I go holler at you and you don't like me, now everybody saw me holler at you. And then I go talk to somebody else and they say, I saw you over there talking to so and so. It makes it that much easier when you approach the man and he knows that you like him. So he at least has a starting point. Like, and most women are not going to do that. So I'm just putting it out there. If you put your bid in earlier, it'll be a lot easier. What Rhonda said, shoot or shoot. I'm telling you, shoot or shoot. And that's how y'all be looking at these relationships. Y'all be like, how she get him? How that happen? Shoot or shoot. She said, look, I like what I see. I'm gonna go get it. And a lot of times, listen, I'm telling y'all always be doing that. How they get together? They don't even match. How they work? Somebody was in there like Kobe. They were taking all the shots. Hey, call it what you want to call it. But it's a real thing. A lot of people that I do know that have successful relationships date people that don't line dance. So a lot of married people that you see Most of the married people you see travel by themselves. It's a lot easier. I don't got you watching me down my neck. You ain't worrying about why I'm dancing this dance. I don't have to be standing in a certain spot on the floor. I can't stand beside this dude or that dude, or you insecure because you can't dance like these other guys in here dancing. A lot of people are like that. That is most of the people. When you see all the women on the videos, a quarter of them women are married. It's a lot of married women in line dance that do not travel with their significant others. They usually roommates with other ladies. You know, some people got their own little groups now. It'd be 3 or 4 of them in a room at every event, and half of them be married. So, especially like people coming to the beginners ball, there were a lot of married women there. Line dance is what they do. They just travel with it. Look at Janae. Oh, snap. Me, on the other hand, is in awe of the DJ in his element. Do I need to tag my DJ? uh, but you'd be surprised. And that's another reason why it's easy for women to shoot their shot. Because there are a lot of married women that come to these events by themselves. So imagine you admiring a woman for the first, it's a 3-day event. For the first day and a half, you admiring this woman. And then you finally get the nerve to approach her, and she's married. Bro, wasted a whole goddamn half a day on your ass, dreaming about how we're going to spend the rest of our lives together. God damn. You know? So if you are the single lady in there and you see something you like, it's easier. It just makes it easier for you to initiate. See, Nikki said the same thing. She's been married for 19 years, and her man don't line dance. She just line dance. She travels. She's been doing competitive. She traveled, competitions and everything with her and her group, just traveling. And you know, Stephanie said, it's a guy that came to your class last night and he said, I'm single. I told him, well, you in the right place. There's a lot of single women in the class. He said he will come back another day. He just watched for a little while. Okay. Look at Shayla said, yes, tag your DJ because that man is fine and single. We find out y'all going crazy on kinfolk. You gotta get kinfolk in here. But see, that go back to what I said from the beginning. The moment you and kinfolk don't work out now, Janae, now you're not in class now. See what I'm saying? So now that's messing my class up. So what we doing? You dating my DJ, then that don't work out. Now then what happened? Now I gotta post you on Facebook and say and put out a APD for what we call it. We looking for your ass now. Come on, man. APB. You putting out an APB on your ass. No, and that's the part that makes it tough in the local scene. Traveling scene, I know a bunch of women, they just be avoiding people. They see his name on the flyer, they like, oh no, I ain't going to that one. You can't do that locally. Like, you have started a class with, now you entertaining that thing. And then there's somebody else in the class do the same thing. Now I'm slowly losing my class. Like, hold on, man. Oh, man. Janae, you just gotta start traveling. There's some men out there. You get you a man in Maryland or something. 757. Go to Chicago. You see, I went down to the country. I went down to Georgia. She said heavy on the fine. Caesar, that's right. Can't mix work and pleasure. It won't work. I'm trying to tell you. But yeah, that's kind of where I stand at with the line dance relationships. It's different locally and nationally, like when you start traveling, but they all can work. It's about preference. It's about how you want to use your discernment. Like Alexa said, and being discreet, especially when you first get started with it, because the line dancing is the reason that you're there. That's how this whole thing started. And you never want to lose focus of that. And if at any point you risk messing up your pleasure and your peace in line dancing, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Listen to me. It's not worth it. Um, but yeah, it's whoo. Mm, mm. Yeah, man. So those are two questions for today. We talked about new choreographers creating new dances, being rejected on them, being critiqued on them. Should they change it? Should they keep it? And we talked about relationships and line dancing. If it's worth it, could it work? How can it work? The different dynamics of it and those things. But yeah, man. And that's why I try to get more men in line dancing. Not because I want to hook them up. It makes it easier flow for the class. Like even if you are interested in somebody, it's easier to maneuver around and be discreet when there's multiple men in class. When you that only guy in class, bro, you can't breathe in somebody's direction without somebody saying something. I saw how you was breathing at her, right? Uh, and that's how it was when I first got into line dancing. Like the moment you make a move at somebody, everybody saw you make that move, and then now or I'm your second choice. You ain't want me. You really wanted her. Like it just makes it lighter. It's a lighter mood. You know, like I said, I'd love if my man danced with me, but been there, done that. In reality, it's better if he doesn't dance. I gotta have peace. He can travel with me though, and that's the thing too. Now we started doing that. UC does that. They have the man cave, and there ends up being a lot of men that come to the man cave that don't even line dance. They come up there to talk shit, play cards, hang out, but they don't line dance. And so that's why, you see in a lot of my events, we come up with a lot of these other activities is because a lot of people are married or are dating and they bring their others. A lot of people love to travel, regardless if you're a male or a female. And you still want that person to be comfortable and have things to do while you are getting it in dancing, right? So exactly, that's what he said on the wobble. He said a man that can dance is probably can get down with the tool in his pants. And I mean, I've heard some stories. Some people got their feelings hurt. They said, dude could dance his ass off. That's about it. It ain't always like that. But yeah, but it is a correlation. People do put them in the same boat. Uh, a man that can dance can possibly get down with the tool in his pants. Yeah, I know people in my class be watching these videos. They be like, "You don't come over here and give me no hug. You just giving me a hug because you think I like you." No, I don't. But yeah, that's it, man. If y'all have any other topics y'all want to talk about on future episodes, hit me up in the inbox or comment on my post when I put them up asking about topics. This is episode 29, y'all. We almost at 30. Next week will be episode 30 of Sitting on the Throne. Y'all know how hard it is to be consistent with this kind of stuff. 30 episodes. What's that? Is that like 8 months? That's almost 8 months. 8 times 4 is 32, right? Yeah, we almost had 8 months, 7.5 months of episodes. Jeez, 30. And we over 200 episodes on Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. All right, speaking of episodes, tonight we got Only in Line Dancing podcast with me, Quan, and Stefan. Check it out, man. We be tripping on it, having good conversation, but also wild out. We wild out a little bit, just a little bit. That'll be 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. For y'all West Coast people, that's only 7:30. He said 5, 6, 7, 8 line dance usually host a ladies only event, and it's always packed. Oh yeah, always. I call BS. He got to be attractive. Not all dancers are fuckwittable. Oh my god, that is funny to me. It's a little bit. It's a little bit. Lies. Yeah, I guess. Krista, no, I don't what? Oh, you talking about you laughing at my response. Yeah, people do know I have a type. So don't flatter yourself too much. You want people, be realistic. Like people show you kind of what they like, what they want. I mean, there are guys out here that don't have no, they like, hit, mess with everything, anything, whatever. Um, trailer park versus hood, bougie, formal, classy, everything. Some people that mess with everything. It is what it is. But remember Soul Line Dance Radio? I'm actually about to finish uploading the playlist for Lala's playlist that she had at 757. TCH. The holiday swag playlist is going to be up on the radio soon. We got to get them a time slot in a day, and we're going to be spending that. If you got a playlist that you want to put up, or some music that you think that's not on the radio station already, just submit me some tracks. Send me like 3 or 4 tracks at a time. Don't send me 4,000 songs. Send me the actual tracks, like the actual music files. You can email me at soullinedanceradio@yahoo.com. Soullinedanceradio@yahoo.com. And I can get them tracks onto the station in rotation. Also, not the trailer park. The Beginners Bar registration opens July 1st. Just know we going all out for the Beginners Ball. Listen, we going all out for the Beginners Ball. Is y'all ready? Also, June, boom, we're bringing major swag to Line Dance Mondays, June 30th. We got Stefan Cave coming to the Southside Community Center for Line Dance Mondays. TCH will be in the building. This will be fun. I cannot wait to get this going. June, next month, June 30th. Mark your calendars. And then also, the cruise is sold out, but we do have the Line Dance and Groovy Cruise pre-party, which happens August 17th, the day before the cruise. It is open to the public. So not only will we have all 3,000 guests from the cruise at that event, we'll have a couple of thousand from outside coming in to party with us as well. Tickets are only $30 for that pre-party. If you need that information, you can message me. I also posted it on my timeline, I think last week. I'm going to repost it again this week. The pre-party, we are at the Miami Beach Convention Center in South Beach. Block and a half right there from the outdoor mall on Lincoln. It's beautiful setup, beautiful area. We are going to have a ball. And everybody, what time is class over? Let's go to like 8:30, 8:45-ish. The center closes at 9. So it'll be 6:30 to 8:30 ish. Cause we pretty much went to 59 last night, but yeah. So we'll have that available. And then everybody on the cruise, get ready. Get your poles ready. Because when we go out there on that water, we will be hitting the famous poles. Because we got our own private island in the Bahamas. So since it's only gonna be us there, I think I already got about 100 people said they're gonna do it with me. We're gonna go out there and hit the famous poles out there on the water in the Bahamas. What's up, Cree? We had Cree in the building last month. She was the last Monday in April. We really enjoyed her energy, and they crazy about that Cree's pressure line dance. So they was already hyped. But yeah, that's it. I love you guys. Don't do me like that, Candy. Don't do me like that. Make sure you subscribe to the page. Y'all watching it on YouTube. Some of y'all, let me see. Yep. Those of you watching it on YouTube, hit that like button at the bottom. It is free. Hit that button. Y'all can share this video if y'all want to. I don't care if you don't, but I still love you anyway. It's your boy Carlos. Checking out Sitting on the Throne. Tonight, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the podcast called Only in Line Dancing. Me, Stephon, and Quan. We acting up, cutting up. And then this Sunday, we got Let's Talk Soul Line Dancing, hosted by me and Mr. Charles. We have a good time. And we bringing in instructors from all over the country, giving them interviews and letting y'all get to meet these people. Because since some of y'all don't want to travel and get to meet them, we bring them on here and give an opportunity for you to kind of get to know these people and what they do, where they're from. If you're interested in being on any of these podcasts, holler at your boy. I can probably get you on because I got the magic key. But I love y'all. Appreciate y'all for supporting everything we got going on. And remember, mark your calendars for September 13th. Richmond folks, September 13th, mark your calendars. It's going to be something free. It's going to be something big. And it's the last day of National Line Dance Week. So we're going to start doing some crazy. But this, Richmond folks, stay tuned. September 13th, mark your calendars. It's going to be epic. And then this month, on the 21st, which is a Wednesday, I'll be downtown at 17th Street Marketplace for free. Another free event. Every third Wednesday, I'll be down there at 17th Street Marketplace for the free. Let me put that post up real quick for y'all. Boom. And this is from 6:30 to 8:30. It's free. We already talked to a lot of the area restaurants and bars, and they'll having running happy hour specials and drink specials and food specials and all that stuff during that time and after that time. So come on out, have a good time. If you're coming from out of town, make sure you check the weather that day because this is an outdoor event. It's your boy Carlos the Line Dance Prince. I love y'all, and I'm gone. He said I'm gonna be naked the whole cruise. You know this. I'm about to go work out right now.